So I was deciding on what video to make this week, and often I try to think of what's going to be helpful for people, what sounds fun. But this week I was like, what's the video that I need to make right now? Because I've just been feeling a bit tired and overwhelmed, and I was like, I could really use some space for processing what I'm doing for self-care and what I should be doing for self-care. Quite often with videos, I come in with ideas and things that have been working for me that I want to share with everybody. But part of this is also just a way for me to process what I've been doing and what hasn't been working and process through what I want to be doing for self-care. Because basically right now I'm in the third trimester of pregnancy. I'm feeling really tired, having a lot of aches and pains and symptoms associated with that. And also because I haven't been sleeping as well because of all the pregnancy stuff, I feel like my MS has been especially bad, and I'm so dizzy all the time and just feeling extra fatigued, almost on this MS feeling level. And then on top of that, I'm working a full-time job, another sort of part-time job, and doing YouTube, which right now I've pulled back a little bit. If you've noticed, I've gone to one video a week instead of two, but still I have a lot on my plate right now. I think I took on a lot of work, both because it just kind of happened to work out that way, but also I was like, I need to take advantage of work opportunities now while I can take it on and maybe make a little bit more money to prepare for the baby. But anyway, my point is that I've been feeling overwhelmed, and I feel like even though on my videos I've been talking about how important it is, especially during pregnancy, but really anytime, to slow down and to prioritize self-care, I don't know if I've been living that out. And so today's video is about processing some of that. And I also want to just acknowledge I'm open to ideas. If any of you have thoughts around this in the comments, I feel like it's hard to actually relax. Like, I feel like we can go through the motions of what we're supposed to do to relax, but do we really feel recharged and rejuvenated after relaxing? Sometimes that's not the case. This is also going to be a getting ready with me video. On theme of me being really busy right now, I was like, I need to be multitasking. I'm going to start by putting on my daily moisturizer. It's actually kind of nice. I can use this camera as a mirror. This is actually relevant because my facial moisturizer that I'm using is also related to the sponsor of this video, Proven. Basically, I have had a long history of skin problems. I had a lot of rosacea, flaky dryness, redness, some pimples, and just this long battle with trying about 1 million products and getting all these niche little products to try to fix my skin problem, and they kept just not working. And then eventually I heard about Proven, and I took their quiz and I tried out their products. And what was great about it is that it simplified and streamlined my skin routine and actually worked, which is a great combo. And essentially they're kind of the world's most personalized skincare, and they use an approach that is completely backed by data, which I always appreciate. They have the world's largest skincare database, basically this huge database full of information on skincare called the Skin Genome Project, which allows them to tailor make every Proven formula just for you. They have this proprietary skin genome quiz that analyzes 47 factors about you, including your skin concerns, lifestyle, as well as the water hardness, humidity level, and UV index based upon where you live. Then Proven's award-winning AI picks out what formula is best for you. And what's nice is that they just keep it to 3 products. They have a personalized cleanser, a night cream, which feels like such a luxury when I put it on every night, and a personalized day moisturizer with SPF. The retail price of these products altogether is $199.99, but if you take their quiz and order it online, then a one-time purchase is $169.99, or if you subscribe, you can get it for $129.99. But I have an even better deal for you today. Click the link in my description box and use the code AYLA99 to get your first personalized Proven skincare system for just $99. And this is just for a limited time. I know that for me, it truly has been transformative for my skin. As you can see right now, I've done my routine this morning. I cleansed, I put on my moisturizer, and I really do have this long history of having a lot of skin problems. And so I'm so grateful that I found these products that do truly work for me and are backed by data. And all I can say is I recommend that you try it out for yourself. Anyway, just wanted to add in that sponsor also because I think skincare is almost like a form of self-care. I think taking the time to take care of your skin, especially your face, and also moisturizing your hands, what you kind of engage with most on a day-to-day basis, feels so good and soothing and even rejuvenating. And that's really what I want to focus today's video on, is like, how do I rejuvenate? Like, not just how do I rest or how do I have fun, but how do I actually feel refreshed, where I feel like my battery level is back up, where I feel like I'm motivated to do things and to take action, and where I don't feel so overwhelmed because I feel re-energized. I think the first thing that I've been trying to do most recently, that I'm going to try to do even more of, is to just remember to take breaks. Sometimes I feel like when I'm really overwhelmed and I have a lot of work to do, it's like I should just push through until I'm done and then I can relax. But then I lose energy and I can't actually work for as long. And then I get more behind on work and that feels overwhelming. So if I remember to genuinely take breaks, then I can actually work for longer. I just feel like I get more done, therefore I'm less stressed out, less behind. And that is a form of self-care, to stick to deadlines, to get my work done, to not like push it off and feel overwhelmed and procrastinate. I think not procrastinating and actually getting things done is a form of self-care, but it's hard to do that unless you actually take the time to sort of relax in the midst of work. So I've really tried to reframe breaks because, again, historically, I've felt guilt about breaks, but breaks are good for productivity. They're healthy for me. And so I'm trying to really focus on intentionally taking those breaks and taking them guilt-free. And sometimes also, if I can't fit in as many breaks as maybe I'd like, I'm doing things to make the work more comfortable, like putting up my feet, especially during pregnancy. Like, I need my feet up pretty much at all times. A second thing I've been doing is just investing in the products that actually help reduce my pain and discomfort. And this is especially relevant, I think, for people who are dealing with either pregnancy or a chronic illness like I am. I just need to prioritize using things that make me feel better. And I know that's basic, but I swear I think a lot of us forget to do that. So for example, for me, I recently invested in some new Kizik slip-on shoes, basically these shoes that allow me to put them on without having to bend over, and they're really comfy, and I now wear them all the time in my home because my feet hurt too much if I don't wear them. Thinking about logically, what are my pain points? What are things I'm struggling with? And is there something I can use to help alleviate some of that? Again, I know basic, but I'm just saying that in case somebody isn't thinking about that sort of thing. Another thing I've been doing lately that I want to continue to remind myself to do is to listen to music. Because when I actually listen to music while I'm working or cleaning the kitchen or, just doing the things I need to do, it kind of relaxes and centers me. And when I don't listen to music, or I listen to some kind of podcast or content that gets me all upset or frustrated, that reduces my energy. That sucks the energy from me. So I'm really trying to, especially during this stressful time, I'm really trying to listen to relaxing, soothing music or kind of energizing, upbeat music. And that has really helped genuinely bolster my energy on those days where I need it, and just nothing else will work. Now, this doesn't solve the problem. Sometimes it doesn't help the exact way I'd like it to, but it does make a difference. Another biggie that I have kind of been doing, but I want to think more about, is prioritizing sleep. There is nothing to me that's more beneficial for rejuvenating my energy as sleep. And especially with my MS, if I don't prioritize sleep, it is a huge problem. And I might even need to prioritize a nap here or there if I got bad sleep. Like, if I can't function because I feel so dizzy, goes back to that break thing I was talking about. If I can't function, I need to find a way to make it work. In some cases, that's just going to be taking 20 minutes out of the workday and shutting my eyes and maybe napping for 15 to 20. Because if I don't do that, sometimes I just can't function. Another thing I've been thinking about, and maybe this is more a request to hear from all of you what you think or how you navigate this, but the whole issue of saying yes versus no to opportunities, activities, or social get-togethers. I'm really torn on this because I feel like a theme in the minimalist niche is to prioritize saying no so that you can not be overwhelmed and overbooked. But I will also say, if I say no all the time, I don't engage in some of the things that actually re-energize me. Like sometimes pure relaxation doesn't actually make me feel better afterwards. It's kind of nice while I'm doing it, but then afterwards I just kind of feel more like blah. Whereas sometimes being social and being around people is actually energizing because I feel connected. I feel like I have a sense of community. I feel maybe understood. I feel like I'm doing something maybe to be there for somebody else. But also, conversation is very draining for me with MS. So it's like, I don't know when to say yes and when to say no. Because sometimes even just deciding whether to say yes or no to things is part of the battle. It's part of the effort. It's like, should I say yes to this because it sounds fun, or should I say no because I'm really tired and I need to get other stuff done? So I don't know. Just let me know if you have thoughts on that. I also think one other form of self-care I've been thinking about lately is letting go of worrying about other people's judgment of you. Because I feel like I've gotten a lot better about worrying less what other people think, especially after my career change and totally pivoting and breaking away from what I thought people's expectations were of me. But there are some times where someone asks me a question and suddenly I'm like, oh, should I be thinking about that? Am I not doing what I am supposed to be doing? There's some more serious examples of this, but a couple of trivial ones are, I keep getting the question, are you going to go on a baby moon? And we're not, but I'm like, oh, is that something I'm supposed to do? Like, would that be what's best for me? / is that what everyone does? And even though I know that's not true, so many people do not have the money, do not have the time to go on a trip before having a baby. I would imagine most people don't go on a baby moon, but somehow I've gotten that question so many times. The first few times I got it, I was like, oh, am I not doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to be going on a baby moon? Is that what people do? Recently, a friend asked me, oh, are you going to get a mom cut? Like a mom haircut? And my knee-jerk gut reaction was like, oh, am I supposed to? Even though a few seconds later I was like, no, that's not a thing that you have to do. You can wear your hair any way you want if you're going to be a mom. But somehow in the moment there was this spark of fear, like, am I doing something wrong? Am I going to be a bad mom for not getting a mom haircut? Which is so illogical. It showed me that I do have this fear of being a bad mom or doing the wrong thing or not doing what's expected of me. And I need to let go of that pressure. If I'm reacting that way over a haircut, how am I reacting over the bigger things that actually matter more? And I think one last thing I need to do more of is just to try to engage in self-compassion, to not judge myself so much, to not create expectations for myself for what pregnancy or early motherhood should look like, to accept myself as someone who's trying, even if I'm not doing everything right. I think sometimes I forget to appreciate myself and appreciate what I'm going through and that I am navigating a lot. At the same time, I'm very privileged. I'm very lucky in about a million ways. And part of this might also be gratitude for what I do have, in that I'm sure there are lots of people dealing with a lot harder things than I am. And I also have to say I've been really overwhelmed with the MS symptoms and how the sleep stuff because of pregnancy has made that worse. So having some self-compassion, I don't need to get it all done perfectly. I can try to make it work for me, and I need to remember to like myself. Maybe that's part of what is missing. Wow, it's interesting. This is the video I needed because I feel like talking through all this is making me realize I'm forgetting to appreciate myself, which is embarrassing to admit on video. I will probably cringe about this later. I think I'm so focused on being like, I need to do this better. Like, even I need to do self-care better. Not just I need to do my job better. I need to write this script in a better way. I need to make better YouTube videos. It's like, I also need to do self-care better. But maybe the best form of self-care would be to just appreciate what I am doing and to notice that and to just try to like myself. You know? Anyway, that was a lot of chatter. I'm also just truly open to any thoughts or ideas or strategies that all of you have to get through hectic, busy times or live with a chronic illness or get through pregnancy. Really, I am ready for any thoughts you have. Anyway, if you're interested and want to prioritize your skincare as one form of self-care, then check out the link at the top of my description for that amazing deal with Proven. I truly feel like their products have been a huge shift for me. So check them out. And that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.